There was a time when credit decisions were made by analysts looking at applicants individually and determining whether or not they were creditworthy. That's not the time we live in anymore, at least not completely. Reports by AI-powered credit startup Synaptic and research group the Brookings Institution showed decreasing credit losses and lower rates of discrimination in lending due to increasing use of machine learning techniques. However, there are trade-offs and risks involved, so let's look at the history of AI and credit. The first AI-based credit lending models were developed by GE in the late 1990s, and the results were very impressive. A couple $1 billion were lent in record time as a proof of concept. The models were outperforming analysts, and they were also saving a lot of time and expenses. However, over time, GE employees realized that their business was suffering because of the model. The portfolio that the model had created actually was losing 25% more money than individual analyst portfolios did. However, over time, these models have improved, and now they're outperforming analysts. A 2018 paper demonstrated that 5 simple digital footprint variables outperformed the traditional credit score in predicting who would pay back a loan. Those 5 variables were borrower type of computer, so a Mac or a PC, the type of device they were on, so a phone, a tablet, or a computer, the time of day they applied for credit, so daytime versus nighttime, the email domain that they were using, so Gmail versus Yahoo or Hotmail, and lastly, if their name was part of their email address. So there are a few that you could probably guess, like if your name is in your email address, you're more likely to be a trustworthy customer. Macs generally tend to do better than PCs, which is supported by the idea that Mac users are more affluent. People who apply for credit at night, not as creditworthy. So if 5 simple variables were outperforming the traditional credit score model, then what's the issue? Well, when you use machines to make credit decisions, there's a lot of considerations involved. For example, when you chain multiple models together, errors tend to compound. So when one thing goes wrong, everything else just goes into a tizzy. Another thing is that losses develop over longer cycles, whereas model development is done in the short term. Models are refined and tuned based on observations after 2 to 3 months, but losses can take up to 48 months to mature. There's also the legal aspect of credit decisioning. A lot of models tend to spit out yes or no answers for credit applications. Others do tell you what the decision factors are, but it's not really clear what the most important factor is. In order to be legally compliant with credit law, models should be able to identify precise reasons for credit decisions. With that being said, explainable AI, with emphasis on explainable, is the future of credit decisions. When building models, you need to factor in experience and insight from industry professionals. And remember, even if machines are making the decisions, it's humans that have to live with them. Thanks for watching.